And now it's time for Photo Booth Live Chat with John Young. Good evening and welcome to a daytime episode here on DJNTV and DJNTV. We're doing both channels today because we're talking about something pretty big coming up here in February. With me today is my guest, Ruth. And Ron, my first question to you is, can we talk about February, or are we going to have to relive a little bit of the Kansas City season before we move on from this point?
Oh man, you cornered me on this. That's just not right. I mean, yeah, okay. So depending on when you're watching this show, I mean, the Chiefs won, of course, last Sunday. They beat the Houston Texans. They got to play. They still have to meet the Titans this coming Sunday. It's going to be a tough game. I'm going. Obviously, I'm a Chiefs fan, so in my opinion, Chiefs are going to win. But 6 months from now, if you're watching this and they lost, I know nothing.
Exactly.
I have no football knowledge at all, and no. So, but it's been actually all in all, it's been a great football season with all the playoffs. I mean, my goodness,
it's been
and even the college games have been great. The game last night was good. So
yeah, it's been a fun season so far with the football side of it, and then of course you add into the showmanship that you get when you watch the Kansas City Chiefs, where they want to spot you. Oh, let's just throw out 3 touchdowns plus. And
yeah. We're gonna let them score 24 points, and then we're gonna steal their souls. I love that. That was a great meme. So for those of you that are not Chiefs fans, I apologize. I got to share this story though, because it's a fun story. So there was a kid about 24 years old sitting in the stands for the game on Sunday. Of course, we're down 24-0 in the first quarter, and all of his friends were telling him, "You're a jinx. You got to go." So this kid actually got up and left the stadium, and he's doing a video the whole time he's walking out. And of course, no sooner does he get out in the parking lot, Chiefs start scoring again. I mean, it's score. So he honestly believes that he was a jinx in all of this. So now they asked Patrick Mahomes, they said, "What would you tell this guy for your next game?" And he said, "Watch it from home." And so Head and Shoulders shampoo, which is like Patrick Mahomes does a commercial for Head and Shoulders. They're actually going to give this guy like a big screen and all this other stuff so he can watch the game.
Oh yeah, have some fun with
from
it.
Home. And take really good care of him, and food, and it's like, man, you talk about customer experience. That's a story people are going to be talking about for a very long time. Is how well. See how I tie that into customer
exactly, because that's what we're here talking about today. Is the upcoming Photo Booth Expo and DJNTV DJ Convention coming up in Vegas, and part of this year's show is Ruth is going to be doing a masterclass. Now, for those of you who want to get information, we'll start out with that. You can go to photoboothexpo.com if you're into the photo booth world. If you're in the DJ world, you can go to djntv.com/show. That will take you to the corresponding websites to the different areas. The tickets are going to get you into the same building. We're all at the South Point. The photo booth track ticket will get you into the photo booth education and the exhibit hall and the parties. The DJ track will get you into the DJ track exhibits and the parties, and it also will get you access if you want to bounce over to the photo booth track, because there's a little bit different difference in price. If you have a photo booth pass, you can upgrade to go to the DJ one if you so choose, but you don't have to be able to handle the exhibit hall, the parties, and have some fun with us here in Las Vegas. Master classes. There are more master classes coming. Right now we have in the DJ side, we've got our classes all listed, and Ron is going to be doing one of those. You can go to that djntv.com/show, and I think those links are in the description below. I think I've put those there. But go out there and you can see the master classes that are available. Ben Stowe, Mitch Taylor, Donnie Lewis, Jason Jones, and Ron Ruth will be doing DJ master classes. Then the photo booth ones are starting to come in, and they're going to be listed. I think we're going to try to have those all up by next week. Anyway, don't quote me on that, but the photo booth master classes are going to be coming in where you're going to be able to take more in-depth training, more workshop type training than you can in a seminar. So that's what's coming up. And today, Ron, we're going to talk a little bit about the customer experience side of it that you'll be talking about in Vegas.
That would be awesome. I mean, I'm actually really looking forward. This is a tremendous lineup, not just for speaking for myself, I'm thrilled to be a part of this, but I'm looking at all the names that are participating in this convention, and this has got to be one of the greatest conventions in the past few years. I mean, as far as content is concerned, there's a ton of things happening.
There are.
But yes, my workshop is called How to Speak Fluent Wow, the language of the high spending, loyal, raving customers you want to attract most to your business, and it's going to take place on Wednesday morning. That would be the 26th, and it starts at 10 o'clock in the morning, and it's going to noon. It's going to be it's a hands-on kind of thing. It's not. I will spend a little bit of time talking about customer experience just to get everybody up to speed so they know what the heck we're talking about. But in the end, what I hope the attendees walk away with is enough tools and information that will allow them to quit competing on price and to, again, attract more of the customers they want to their business.
So we're going to go right back to our Pat Mahomes and Head and Shoulders doing this. It's a gift horse, basically, of an example.
Yeah, it is. I mean, and to be honest with you, I didn't even thought about it until just a few minutes ago, how this ties into customer experience, because customer experience is about celebrating wow moments to become stories worth repeating. Mm-hmm. Every time a story is repeated, it gains momentum, and people become curious about the business being talked about, and through that curiosity or that inspiration, if you will, oftentimes they'll go to that business, if nothing else, just to check it out, and then while they're there, they might buy something. So it does generate an abundance of goodwill and revenue. I mean, think about it. When people after this game, because all we're doing now is we're kind of getting the word has just been out that this is what Head and Shoulders is going to do. Mm-hmm. I can guarantee you throughout the entire game on Sunday, this will become a topic of conversation for the commentators, or at least in part, it will become a conversation. Newscasters will be talking about it all week. Mm-hmm. It may cost, figure it, what is a big screen TV? I mean, even if it costs Head and Shoulders a couple $1,000 in stuff, the returns are going to be 10 times that amount.
For sure.
I'm going to become a customer of Head and Shoulders shampoo.
I was just thinking about it. There's those times where you're in a store, you're walking down the aisle, and okay, so maybe I'm not going to buy Head and Shoulders, but now I would be walking through and it would be like, Lori, did you hear about that? And then the story gets shared again.
Yeah.
And if it's like, well, if we're in need of that, it's like, it used to be the Head and Shoulders thing. Oh, as a kids, it's been around forever. And as kids, that was something that we had, and it had a unique smell in the shampoo line, so you knew when a family member had used Head and Shoulders for the evening. Right. So that was the story with it for the longest time. But now they're going to change the narrative with this action for the next game, and it's interesting how that, as you say, having a story that people are wanting to share. And changes the whole dynamics of the game.
Yeah, because they just and again it becomes. Did you hear about that guy? Mm-hmm. And then it becomes, the one where Head and Shoulders gave him all that television equipment or whatever so he could watch the game. I mean, it's going to inspire people to. Who knows? I mean, it becomes Head and Shoulders. It's not so much about. It's probably divided in half as far as a wow moment as to what they did, and then also now it becomes name recognition. Everybody knows the name Head and Shoulders. And actually, I don't think Head and Shoulders has been one of those big names that's been out there doing a whole lot of marketing over the past few years, other than in the Patrick Mahomes commercials recently. So it's a great way for them to get their name back out there so people know who they are and what they're all about. So.
We had our first question coming here from Puget Sound DJ. Thank you for the question. If you guys have anything you'd like to ask about the upcoming show, please put that in the comment section. Most of the comments are all showing up on we have the software that gathers all the comments, so I think I'm seeing them all. So if I'm not seeing it, I apologize, but most of them are here. I see Scott Carroll out there and Puget Sound that has made comment, and there's been a few other DJ Mini C.
That's my friend Alan
Perez
at Puget Sound.
Nice. But anyway, the question was first off, Thursday. Thursday is kind of the wrap-up day with the exhibit hall. The educational content wraps up Wednesday. We start noon on Monday, and that's both rooms. So the photo booth and the DJ room start noon on Monday. Check in to get your tickets and such is from, I think we start at 8 in the morning Monday and goes until, of course, it goes throughout the day. You can pick up your passes at any time. Education starts at noon. We go until, I think, 8 o'clock on Monday. Then Monday night at 9 o'clock in the Brunswick room, we're having kind of an evening social, kind of a networking social. We're going to have some music going, and we'll have tables set up and such so people can come in and hang out, grab a beverage. We're going to be right across from the Brunswick room by the bowling alley. So there's food and things that are available, and it's not that expensive. You can get a full pizza for like $8 or so, which I guess isn't the cheapest thing, but you can grab a little bite to eat, and you can come.
$8 isn't bad for a pizza. Come on.
Well, it's the 9-inch pizza, so. Yeah, but it is it's
Vegas.
It's Vegas, and it's also a Pizza Hut pizza, so it's not like it's the gas station, frozen pizza thing. But that'll be going on Monday in the Brunswick room. Then Tuesday is education all the way up until 5 o'clock. 5 o'clock, the world will shut down educationally because we start the Expo. The exhibit hall opens, and there's absolutely nothing more crazy than when that exhibit hall door opens. People will start lining up for this at 3:30 and be in line for an hour and a half before the doors open. It's craziness, but it's a lot of fun. So then Tuesday night, we'll be doing the exhibit hall until 9 o'clock from 5 to 9. Wednesday is education. This is going to be in the main room on Wednesday. The DJ room and the photo booth room will combine on Wednesday. The morning is going to be a mix of DJ and photo booth sessions, and then in the afternoon is going to be pretty much straight DJ sessions, talking about sales and marketing and different things. We're going to be wrapping up Wednesday, I think at 5 or 6. And the reason why I say this is right now on the schedule, Tony Fernandez is the last one at that time, but we may move Tony in over that 11 to 1 time frame because there's one other event happening during that time frame. We may move Tony in so that way we wrap up earlier for Wednesday night. So people have time to go eat because Wednesday night at, I think, 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock, one of the two, in the showroom, we're going to have the huge PBX party that goes on. And that's the signature party that people from around the world will be going to. And I say that, and it's actually really true because you will have people from like 50 or 60 countries that will be at this party.
Well, and I think what's really cool is you were talking about how the show opens on Monday, the 24th. The opening act for the entire conference is Ben Stowe. I mean, come on. It doesn't, that's like, I don't know. That's like having Aerosmith open, I guess.
It's going to be a little bit different for Ben because Ben has, he's spoken hundreds of times at different groups and spoken at conventions, dozens of times. He's
right.
So it's not anything new for him, but we're putting him in a different spot this year. From the standpoint, Ben usually talks tech. And this particular one, we wanted to have a different feel with the convention this year, more of a family reunion, getting together and making the personal connections. Because really, networking and friendships you build with these is what drives the success of your business. Yes, I will learn some things, but I've learned some of the best ideas. Like Ron, when you and I talk on a regular basis, we share an idea, and all of a sudden it's like, oh my gosh, we've just taken something and made that so much more valuable, whatever that little thing we were talking about, that idea just blossoms. Those are the types of relationships we want you guys to be able to have, coming in and meeting people. And Ben's really going to talk about his experience in that and really going, that his business has blossomed and grown, but a lot of that is because of the personal relationships and how those have helped and how he was going to help us to be able to do more of that in what we do. So that should be a lot of fun.
And there's few people that are as supportive of the DJ industry as Ben. I mean, there are others, but typically when you say who comes to mind if you were to think of the individuals most supportive of this industry, and it's always been Ben. Ben is always there, and he always gives of his time, and he's always helpful. He explains things in ways that just about anyone can understand. Even I can understand, I guess is the way I should put that. And he makes it easy for you to be able to make the right choices. I guess that would be the best way to say it. So yeah, I think it's awesome that he's going to be the opening act. For the conference, in my opinion. And also one other one that I noticed here that I love is that both mornings, for those of you that like to get up early in the morning, that's on Tuesday and Wednesday morning, breakfast with Scott Favor. I mean, come on. I've done that whole breakfast with Scott Favor thing, and I will be there because Scott is like at 8 o'clock in the morning for him is like noon for the rest of the world. He's like,
he's
dancing and he's spinning and he's like throwing out and he's making you do trivia, and it's like, God, Scott, come on. But he's always got the energy, and he'll get you going. I'm not kidding. By the time you walk out of breakfast with Scott Favor, you are going to be ready to go.
Before we go too far into Tuesday, I wanted to kind of hit the photo booth side on Monday a little bit. So you've got the DJ track, and I'll kind of come from the from the photo booth. So kicking off is and a lot of the speakers on the photo booth side are speakers who have been there in the last few years and who have had incredible feedback. Their speaker ratings and the people raving about their presentations were off the charts. That's why a lot of the names are going to be familiar names because they have delivered at a high level. So first off, we've got Brandon Wong, who's going to be kicking things off. And Brandon is talking, let's see, how to hire and inspire so you can eventually retire. So basically how to take your photo booth business and hire the staff to run your business, which is something, whether I'm a DJ or photo booth or photographer, this is information that's going to be valuable because a lot of us want to find that way as we get older in a business to, maybe not work quite as hard and spend more time with family and friends as we move along. So Brandon's going to be hitting that on Monday at noon, kicking things off. Very dynamic speaker. I actually got to sit in and listen a little bit, and he's a lot of fun to listen to. Then Catalina Block is going to be coming in and talking about how to close corporate clients and proposals. Catalina actually was on a show with me about a month ago where we talked about her presentation. A photo booth company that does, there's the photo booth companies that do like kind of mid-range events. Catalina and her team are doing these huge things where they're creating these, not just a little experience, but they're creating an experience for some of these corporate events where they're redoing rooms and full hallways and half of buildings and such. So not only are they doing the photo side, but they're creating an experience. I guess there's no better way to describe it. And that's the kind of thing she's going to be talking about. Ross Axelrod's going to be coming in there talking about the multi-sided photo booth business and expanding yourself. Vanessa Joy is going to be coming in the afternoon with talking about social media. Drax is going to be talking about building a business plan, which is similar to some of the shows I've been doing here on PBN TV the last 2 weeks. Let's see, Susan Ratcliffe's going to be coming in and talking about booking. So Monday's going to be a time of education. And it's going to be a crazy time to be photo booth side. Every 45 minutes, Scott Favor, who's the MC of the photo booth room, is going to be switching speakers. So it's going to be one of those things that you want to make sure you will go to the restroom before, because once it starts, there will be no time.
Don't drink coffee in the morning.
No time. So as I'm looking at it, it continues on. And wrapping up the day, Jason Jones will actually be talking about that sales conversation, which is going to be kind of a lead-in, giving some of the information and such he'll be talking about in his workshop, but he'll be doing that to wrap up Monday. And that's going to be something for those of you who struggle sometimes to be able to connect and make those sales when you're talking face-to-face or in the bridal show, wedding show type world. Jason's going to give you some tips and ideas on how to make that a successful thing. So Monday's going to be a huge day, Ron. I don't think it matters which track.
So I'm curious, what happens if I want to go back and forth? Can I do that?
You can. If you have the DJ pass, you can go back and forth. If you have the PBX only, their key pass, there is a $100 upgrade, which you can go to the Photo Booth Expo. You go to their ticket portal, and you will be able to see it up there that you can click on the tickets, and it'll show you the $100 upgrade. That gets you access to either track. Now, if you want to catch the recordings, you're looking at this and saying, holy cats, there's a lot of great content. The recordings for both tracks are going to be available for purchase after the show. So if you really, really, really want to have everything, and this is going to be, I think when we put it all together, there's either 30 or 35 educational seminars going on. So this becomes like a library of educational content, and it's all going to be coming to you from the South Point Casino. So it's pretty exciting stuff. So that was day one.
do you need a break, John?
Oh, well,
it's going to take a minute.
Scott Carroll, of course, is going to be coming down. Now, I think you met Scott Carroll in at Arms DJ, Ron? He's from Florida.
May have.
Yep. Yeah, Scott, you've got the DJ pass, so your pass will work. And a lot of people out there who bought the Photo Booth Expo pass at the show. For those of you who have never been there and are going to be here for the first year, the last day of the show, we have the passes for the next show available. This is the crazy cheap time to buy the pass, and they're goodness gracious, I want to say they're maybe 25% of what the at the door price is, something like that. It's just incredibly cheap. A lot of people did that, and a lot of people have been able to upgrade that pass to the DJ track, and they're still cheaper than the DJ track pass, but that's okay. When you invest early, you get the benefits of doing just that. So
they're not cheaper; they're less expensive.
Let's go that way. Yes, they have less investment in that, but they're going to get the full boat. They're going to get everything they really wanted. So Tuesday, you mentioned, of course, Scott Favor starting with Breakfast at the Game Master. That is open not only to the DJ side, but that's going to be actually in the photo booth room. That is going to be open for everyone who wants to attend that. Now,
Scott buying breakfast for everybody?
You know, I've always wondered why that part never happens.
Why do they call it Breakfast with Scott Favor when he doesn't buy breakfast?
Well, I think the idea is that you're supposed to go grab breakfast and bring it in.
Oh.
And it's not like you can bring breakfast in and share with Scott, because this man is so bouncing around, talking to people, and doing his thing, and then presenting, and he's got his slides and everything going. He has no time to eat. I don't even know if he breathes during that period of time. From that,
he doesn't. I've seen him. He doesn't do any of that. But yeah, he's as I said earlier, his energy is such that it will get you going for the rest of the day. He's like a giant bottle of what's that, like that Powerade or whatever. It's got like loaded with caffeine. That's Scott Favor.
He is an energy drink just waiting to happen.
Red Bull. That's the word I was looking for.
Matt, thanks for the question, Matt. The photo booth pass, if you've got the full one, you will need to upgrade to get into the DJ track, and that's a $100 upgrade price, which you can do at either the DJ portal or the photo booth portal. So if you go out to the quick link for the Photo Booth portal is PBNTV, Photo Booth News TV, pbntv.com/tickets. That'll take you out there. Click on the buy ticket button, and you will see the $100 upgrade price. Click on that, and you can buy the upgrade, and you will be set. We'll make sure you have the DJ pass, which gets you into both tracks at whichever one you want to hit at that time. So, okay, so yeah, after Scott, then we divide into two tracks once again. We've got the Photo Booth track and the DJ track. Probably the two biggest things to remember when it comes to Tuesday is that, first off, this is your last day of just educational content at, having a full day of it, because there's Wednesday's, a little bit shorter day. And you want to kind of pace yourself, because when that exhibit hall opens, you will be in that exhibit hall for 2, maybe 3 hours to walk through and see everything. It's going to take. It's going to be. So this things start at 8:00 on Tuesday. You may be putting a 12 to 13 hour day between educational content and the exhibit hall.
Whoa.
And that doesn't maybe sound like a ton, but when a person's sitting in educational classes and you're absorbing and taking in, there's going to be a lot of tired people Tuesday night.
I was going to say, I think I'm going to probably need a nap, but
I might need a nap today to start to get ready for it. So Ron, let's kind of go through. Kind of give us give us a quick run through of the Tuesday schedule for the DJ side, and we'll come back and talk about the photo booth side.
Okay, so excuse me while I check my notes here.
Yeah.
Okay, so Tuesday morning begins at 8 o'clock with Scott Faber. We've already talked about Scott, Breakfast with Game Master. Then right after Scott is done, he's still going strong at 9 o'clock. He's going to be doing a presentation with Mike Fernino. They are going to facilitate and share ideas to help you grow your business with real-world tips and ideas. At 10 o'clock is Rick Webb, and that's hard to say.
It can be, yes.
Webb. Rick is one of the DJ industry stars on social media, and he's going to be talking about insights on connecting and communicating more with today's couples effectively. And then at 11 o'clock, we got Brandon Stewart. Brandon has created a brand and a business like no other. He's traveled the world as a wedding service provider and has taken his DJ business to a whole new level with the diversification of his services, all done at an extremely high level. Followed at noon by this one I'm looking forward to, DJ Superfly, because Superfly will be doing a live Serato Q&A mixing session and tutorial. I need lots of help with that mixing stuff. Jordan Marshall and Sean Big Daddy McKee. If you've never seen Sean Big Daddy McKee, you're going to be going to church at 1 o'clock because Jordan and Big Daddy are here to rock the house. You're going to learn tips in developing and reinforcing your brand and style, along with how to engage your audience. And then Jason Jones, of course, is going to start at the 2 o'clock hour on how to communicate your value to prospects to help build working relationships for stronger sales and better events. And I'll tell you what, if you're a DJ wanting to make more money, this is a session you don't want to miss. 3 o'clock. Jonathan Simmons, DJ, he will be, Jonathan is here to share tips you can use tomorrow to grow your business for 2020. 4 o'clock, Nick Spinelli. Nick is going to bring you a new understanding of working with today's younger couples. Nick will cover using social media in today's world, how today's younger couples use social media, and how you can position yourself and prepare to be where your future clients are. And that's going to end the Tuesday. That's 4 o'clock's the last one on that day.
So you get to, what'll happen is the crowd, the room will at about 4:45. They're going to get really fidgety. If Nick doesn't end on time, they're going to get really, really fidgety because the exhibit hall opens in 15 minutes. And if the people will hustle down, leave the room and head down there, and then the line is going to be a half mile long, which isn't bad. Because we're all going to get in and we're all going to see the stuff and there's lots of deals to be had. But it's interesting how people will get to that point. It's like, exhibit hall's opening in a half an hour. Let's go. And it's like, but you were enjoying this seminar. You were learning a lot. And that's the way people are. Also on Tuesday is the master classes are going to be starting in both the photo booth and the DJ track.
Oh, sorry, different page. Sorry, I wasn't looking on the other page.
Give me the Tuesday master classes. Which ones are going to be going on?
Tuesday, 10 o'clock to noon. You got Ben Stowe again. He's going to be doing an audio masterclass. He's going to cover anything and everything that has to do with audio. Some masterclass tickets holders. I'm going to say this in all of them, just so we get the point across. Everybody is going to get digital access to the recordings of the seminars that you missed. So from 10 to noon, if you're going to miss Rick Webb and Brandon Stewart on Tuesday, you will get a recording if you are in Ben Stowe's masterclass. Mitch Taylor is the sales guy, Wedding Tales in the Digital World Masterclass. He's going to go over all the stuff that you need to know about connecting with couples in the digital world and clips and phrases. And again, if you want to improve your sales process, you probably want to invest in Mitch's presentation here. He's going to be 1 o'clock to 3 o'clock. And again, you're going to get a digital recording of the presentations from Jordan Marshall and Sean Big Daddy and Jason Jones, Sean Big Daddy McKee and Jason Jones, if you choose to go to Mitch's workshop, which you should do. Mm-hmm. And then at 3:30 to 5:30, this one excites me a lot because I've always wanted to know how this is done. Donnie Lewis is going to be doing a projector mapping for weddings master class. I want to know how. That's one of those tricks. I want to know how they do that.
Exactly.
So he's going to be teaching that from 3:30 to 5:30, and he's going to show you how to do waterfalls and I mean, it's going to be awesome on cakes and all that stuff. So you want to make sure that if you can get into Donnie Lewis's class, if you want to learn more about that, and if you're in Donnie's class, you're going to get a copy of Jonathan Simmons and Nick Spinelli's recordings if you decide to choose go to Donnie's class, so you won't miss either one of those. So these are Tuesdays, 3 really awesome workshops, and I know it's going to be hard to decide, do I want to be there, do I want to do it? Look at it this way: if you go in the workshops, you're going to get the recordings, and life is good.
Yeah,
you get the best of both worlds.
Exactly. You're going to be able to.
It's like
to
a
learn.
Tremendous customer experience.
That's what we're after, trying to make it so. Because Ron, that's always been a struggle when you and I've gone to different conventions, and there's 2 things, and it's like, oh my gosh, I really like both of them, and it's not a money situation. It's like, the number of times I've been sitting there, and it's like, well, Lori, there's 2 of us. You can go one way, I can go the other. Oh, wait, now there's a 3rd thing we'd really like to see. There's times where it's like, okay, I would just pay the money to get a recording of what's going on and do. Well, now we've got that set up so you guys can.
Well, and I mean, and there's been some conferences they do like 3 or 4 tracks at the same time. It's like, that's craziness. This is perfect. I mean, this is the best of both worlds. So life is good. Yeah, it
should be a good time. So again, that is all Tuesday on the DJ side. Casey,
what do we got on the photo booth side?
We'll get
John?
that in just a second. Casey asked if Nick was going to be dropping an F-bomb. Nick has been studying and preparing. He got himself a thesaurus, and he's been trying to find additional words. So instead of saying basically that will blow your mind, he can say this stuff that will blow your mind. And there's a video out there, if you guys have seen it, of Nick Spinelli practicing for his show. So
without dropping the F-bomb.
Without dropping the F-bomb. The joke on this is that back at the DJ meetup that we did in Allentown this fall, is Big Daddy gets on stage, and Big Daddy's a teddy bear. Everybody loves Big Daddy. He gets on stage and he says something about he dropped the F-bomb because Nick Spinelli is the guy who is made using the F-bomb on stage appropriate or cooler. However, he said something like that, and I laughed. And then I made a posted online. I made a Facebook post about oh, Big Daddy just dropped the F-bomb, and of course that sent off this firestorm of people who is not appropriate to do that at conventions, and you shouldn't be doing that at a professional thing. So it's been kind of this running joke since then that that not only will Big Daddy and Jordan be not doing that, but then Nick himself, since he was the one that made it a thing in the DJ industry, according to Big Daddy. So should be a lot of fun getting those kids up there. So photo booth side, we got Tuesday's track. We'll start out again with Scott Favor doing Breakfast with the Game Master in the main room. Then at
not buying.
What's that?
He's not buying. I just wanted to make that clear.
No. Yeah, he's not sure. Sorry, but yes, Scott will be doing that at 8:00. Then the DJ track. Then we'll head down the hall, and then in the photo booth room, starting it off at 9:00 is Bill Varenkamp, who is going to be. Let's see. He's going to be talking. This was a seminar he actually did last year, talking about some of the problems and things that might happen with a photo booth. Basically, kind of that. Troubleshooting and it's common when there's common issues and how to handle those. Well, he had this list of problems last year that troubleshooting on the fly, and now he's created basically like a version 2 of that, taking some of the most common problems from last year and then adding more to it this year. That was one of the more popular sessions last year because there's always issues that happen when it comes to gear and technical side of it, and Bill's going to be going through and getting a person fixed up with that. He goes with his session, then at 10:45, was it Lexine Menard and Catalina Block are going to be coming in and talking about, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that the 2 of them they work in the same market. I believe, I can't remember exactly what it is, but they're going to be talking about creating community over competition and basically working with the others in your market over competing with them and the backstabbing side of it and such. So
being co-competitors instead of competitors.
Thank you. That's a great way to say that. And they probably have it in their description. Co-competitors instead of competitors. Nice. I like that. Then at 11:30, Mike Farino is going to be talking, doing a little thing from the best of the photo booth idea sharing world. And he's going to be talking about different ideas and things and questions and doing some kind of roundtable things. And that'll be happening kind of over the lunch hour. Then let's see, video marketing is going to be coming up. Jason Hasio, I believe, is who's going to be up with that at 12:30. Then Peter Dantzwitz is coming on at 1:15. Again, these are going to be really tight. There's not going to be a break between. Basically, Scott Favor is going to say, "Thank you much, everyone. Applause for Jason." And now, ladies and gentlemen, applause for Peter coming on up. It's going to be almost.
Will Scott be carrying a hook?
I think not only is going to be a hook, he's probably going to have to. He might have to have two. Probably one of them will be a pusher, and then one to be the hook to bring the next one up there because he can't wait for him to walk. He's got to go.
Because it sounds like he's going to have to. He's going to be a traffic control. So
yeah, he's going to be moving along quite quickly. The next we've got Jed Littlestrand coming in talking about creating a referral machine. Wally Carnes is coming in after that at 2:45 from Darkroom Software, talking about probably some software things. And let's see, who do we got? Randy Long is coming in at 3:30. Elevating your overlay game, so overlay for your photo booths. And then let's see, Rex Hong is coming in and talking some basics of photo booth at 4:15 to wrap up the educational side, because that takes us right to 5 o'clock. And I as I look at this, Ron, 4:15, Rex is a 45-minute session, so the people who are in that session are really going to get the itchy twitchies at those last 3 or 4 minutes of Rex's.
The what?
The itchy twitchies. Haven't you ever heard of the itchy twitchies?
I'm sorry.
The itchy twitchies, yeah.
The itchy twitchies.
Itchy twitchies, yeah.
I'm sorry. You were saying?
Don't they have itchy twitchies? So again, Tuesday 5 o'clock, then the exhibit hall opens, and that's that's really what we're all there for to see. We get the education side of that, but the exhibit hall is the biggest exhibit hall in the mobile entertainment world. In that room, you're going to be able to see photo booths. You're going to see there's going to be lighting companies for doing decor lighting. There's going to be things for the DJ industry, music-wise, and just so many opportunities. And there's going to be a few more companies for the photo boothers out there that will give you ideas for adding services to your business that are not DJ specific. As an example, I've talked to some photo boothers who have been doing photo booth, and now they want to add something to it. Well, uplighting can be kind of a natural addition to that service, and they are going to have that there. Another area is doing some game, offering some game. We can do a photo booth on weekends, and then during the week, there are different companies out there that will get you into doing like trivia in a bar on a weeknight. And for companies that want to have staff that are kind of regular working with you on the weekends, having them work those types of jobs during the week gives them more income, gives you more income, and allows you to do more things. And as one of the speakers from Monday, we talked about retiring and kind of stepping aside. I think that was Brandon, wasn't it? Anyway, these are some of those steps to help you do that. So the exhibit hall will be open at 5 o'clock.
I want to start trending itchy twitchy online. I mean, there's got to be a way we can hashtag itchy twitchy. So for those of you that are watching, let's get that going. John Young hashtag itchy twitchy, because I think that should become a thing.
And yes,
I wanted to go viral. By the end of the day, I want itchy twitchy trending
somewhere. That'd be great. Scott's already typed it up in the or put it in there. In the exhibit hall will be there will be a booth for the Marquee Show that will be there, so you guys can kind of check that out. That is a photo booth and DJ event, wedding professional event that happens in Chicago in July. It happens. Casey, give me the dates. I don't remember what the dates were on the Marquee Show right off the top of my head, because they're a week later than they were last year. So I think it was around the 17th.
Let me go to the Google machine for you.
Yeah. So anyway, that Casey from the Marquee Show will be at the show. For those of you who are from the Upper Midwest and you're like, oh man, I'd love to have something closer. You got it right there, July in Chicago. And last year we took the kids, and it was a beautiful. What was it? Last year I took the kids. No, 2 years ago we took the kids. Last year it was just, I took Bill Herman last year, so that was kind of an experience, but that's another story. But yeah, 2 years ago we took the kids, and it was a great time. We went down by the water and kind of walked around and checked things out. It was really, really quite a neat experience to be in Chicago.
It is
December time.
July 20th to the 22nd.
There we go. 20th, 21st.
The Hyatt in Chicago. Well, Deerfield, so close to Chicago.
Very close.
Only 187 days away.
Yeah, it's coming
according
quick.
to the countdown clock.
Coming quick. So let's jump into Wednesday here. Yeah, I trashed the room like I was in. Yeah, that wouldn't be the first time I trashed the room. I left a towel on the floor.
On whose floor?
The hotel room floor. I didn't fold the towel up and hang it up on a curtain like I should have. I left it on the floor and just totally.
Oh, you're a rebel.
Totally trashed the room. I was embarrassed afterwards. It's like, oh my god.
That's what happens when you get itchy twitchy. I mean,
Yeah.
All right, you want to do Wednesday DJ track?
Let's go
Or you want
Wednesday.
to do why don't you do photo booths first this time? You've been following the DJs.
This actually is a combination day, so we're gonna be kind of combining. So I'll do, there's a couple because what you guys are seeing. There's one of the seminars here that I believe is wrong. That is on the Photo Booth Expo website. The second session is wrong, and you have it proper on yours, Ron. So, but I'll start us off here. Wednesday, we've got right away in the morning, Scott Favors coming back again with Breakfast with the Game Master. He won't buy you breakfast on Tuesday, and I'm pretty much going to guarantee he won't buy you breakfast on Wednesday. But after Scott's done, you're going to
on Friday morning. He's buying breakfast. I heard.
Oh, he probably will. But after
Friday morning, just count on it. Friday morning, he'll buy breakfast.
Yeah, it'll be fabulous, and everyone will enjoy the Friday morning.
Yeah.
Breakfast.
So stick around for Friday.
it's a great breakfast. But after Scott's done with 2 days of Breakfast with the Game Master, you're going to have learned so much and picked up enough tips where you're going to be able to go over to the Steak and Shake and buy him a shake. Steak and Shake. Work it in there. Just work that in there.
I don't know. Scott's too skinny to be drinking milkshakes.
Yeah, probably not. But he would appreciate the gesture. I'll go with that. So after Scott's over, then our first seminar, this is going to be in the combined room, which is the Photo Booth Expo room. We're going to just be putting everything into one room. We've got Leo Ridge, and Leo's going to be talking about having a backup plan for those times when things do go wrong or things aren't working the way they're supposed to, having those backup plans. And it can work with your gear, your electronics, your staffing, your people, everything. Leo's going to be digging into that to really help you have that plan B, or as they say, plan C, for when things go wrong. Sean, yes, this is live. You are with me and Ron and I. See, I'm just going to use...
Of course, I think, wait a minute. Yes, I'm live.
Yes,
I just had to double check.
Thank you. Yeah. So yeah, Sean Passon is with us here and in the chat room. So thank you for hanging out and jumping in with us. So the second session, I think it's wrong on the Photo Booth Expo. You've got Jody, I believe.
I got Jody at 9:30.
Yep. There we go.
Is that right?
Yes, that is. Mm-hmm.
Okay, all right. So Jody is one of my favorites. Jody is the destination wedding queen. She actually lives in Las Vegas, so she knows Vegas like the back of her hand. She and her staff work with many of the out-of-town clients who are having a party or reception in Vegas, and Jody will share some tips and ideas on working with and planning events remotely when doing destination weddings. And that's got to be, man, that's a job when you're in Vegas, man. You got all these different hotels you're working in. You got to work out all these different relationships. You got a lot of things to cover whenever you're working with an out-of-town client, I would imagine. So that's going to be a great presentation, especially if you're in any place that deals with destination weddings.
And I think even in today's world, I mean, even in my area, granted, yes, we have some vacation lake stuff, but the idea that the couples or the kids leave and go to college somewhere, and they're planning that wedding remotely, and they may not come home as much as they once did. I mean, it used to be that kids would drive the 3 hours and go to college, and then every weekend the colleges would empty out because they were, the I don't know, backpack colleges, whatever they called that. It doesn't happen as much. My son is up in North Dakota, and there's some weekends that half the kids are still on campus, even though the football team is not playing in town that weekend. Right. It's just the way it is. So you'll have more of that where they are going to school somewhere, they have a job somewhere or whatever, and they're remote planning. And Jody's going to be able to help those of us who struggle because we like to sit across the table and talk to people. And now we have a generation that's like, oh no, can we do XYZ to make this happen? Okay, well.
Well, you may have a couple that they live in New York but their home is in LA, so they want to get married in LA, so they're trying to. It's impossible to fly back and forth. So you got to work with somebody remotely in order to make it happen.
Yeah. Well, I had a wedding this fall where he was, I believe, in North Carolina, and she was from a European small country over in Europe. Try to make that happen as far as to meet with them. Next to impossible.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it becomes, how do you plan that remote wedding? So jumping ahead to 10 o'clock, after Jody's done, then Drew Wash is going to be coming on stage talking about some marketing tips that can save you money when it comes to internet marketing. It's going to be able to save hundreds of dollars to make thousands of dollars. So I'm kind of excited about what Drew's going to talk about, because I'm hoping he'll get into some new Facebook marketing things. That's an area in which I do a lot of things with. And it seems like about every 3 months, I have this window where I study, and then I step away from it for about 2 months. And when you step away from Facebook marketing for 2 months, it's like a whole new world coming back to it. So I'm hoping that that Drew has got his pulse, and we're going to be talking about that stuff. Let's see. So at that point, the exhibit hall is going to be opening up after Drew at 11 o'clock. And it will be open from 11, I believe, till 5 on Wednesday. Now, the rest of the schedule, Ron, you have. I do not have the schedule. There's one addition to the schedule, and this is when I mentioned earlier on when somebody asked about the schedule. Somebody had asked about the schedule on Wednesday. We may be moving Tony Fernandez in because the room will be empty from 11 to 1. And during that time frame, I believe the Photo Booth Association is going to be doing a session as far as a meeting of their members. And we have to figure out where that's going to be, because if it works out and we can have Tony move in earlier in the day, I'd prefer to have that earlier in the day, so that way come 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock when the last session's over, everyone can go and have some dinner before the party. So who do we have on the schedule as of right now, Ron, that's kicking us off then at 1 o'clock?
Okay, so at 1 o'clock, you got Stephanie Rivkin. Rivkin?
Yeah, Rivkin,
I hope
yeah.
I pronounced that right.
Yeah.
Stephanie has been one of the most sought-after karaoke DJ. I'm sorry, let me try that again. Stephanie has been one of the most sought-after karaoke hosts in her market. She'll be sharing ideas and proven methods to include karaoke with your DJ business in today's world and make it a profitable part of your business. I'm hoping she'll invite me on stage to sing. I've always wanted to say I headlined in Vegas.
That would be awesome.
Do what?
That would be awesome.
Yeah, and I could do my itchy twitchy moves while I'm singing, because that's what we do in Vegas.
Ron,
then at 2 o'clock.
Hang on 1 second. Stacy, if you're there for the photo booth, if you want to do on Wednesday, the whole day is also for you. The Monday and Tuesday, if you want to get into the DJ track for those 2 days, that's when you'd have to buy the upgraded pass. But Wednesday classes are for photo booth or for DJ pass for that side of it. So thank you for asking and being with us, Stacy. I just wanted to make sure we got that in case you are bouncing in and bouncing out. So, okay, I'm sorry, Ron, go ahead, please.
Oh, my pleasure. All right, so at 2 o'clock, one of my co-writers with Disc Jockey News, Mike Linstra, is going to be, and he wrote a book.
Yes.
And so Mike is going to be sharing his 25 years experience in the DJ industry and the success in creating a DJ company that is more in demand today with wedding bookings. And who knows, he may even actually sign a book for you. So make sure that you come prepared to pick up a copy. 3 o'clock, Jason Clock. That's kind of 3 o'clock, Jason Clock.
Yeah.
Jason is a businessman and a great DJ. He's been a very successful part-time DJ as well as a full-timer. Jason will be wrapping up the day with tips, actually, there's somebody else following Jason. But anyway, he's going to be helping to kind of bring the day to an end with tips to make you successful at either part-time or full-time work, with some Q&A at the end and time for you to ask the questions from an expert that's been there, done that. And then at 4 o'clock, all the way from Dallas, Texas, Nate Nelson. And Nate is going to be there talking about creating relationships through networking. Nate will also talk about tricks to help you networking with other industry professionals and proven methods that has helped their DJ business grow to one of the strongest in the Dallas market. Nate is a great guy. Make sure that if you can, set aside time to go see that presentation at 4 o'clock as well. And then you talked a little bit about Tony Fernandez, and for whatever reason, when I printed this out, it just cut him off. So what is Tony going to be talking about?
Tony's going to be talking about mixing for DJs, specifically mixing in for wedding DJs, using remixes, redrums, quick edits and such to kind of spice up our performances instead of just using radio edits and the same radio edits that might be perceived as tired amongst some of our guests, to really take it to a different level and not being afraid to drop those in. He's going to do some discussion, explanation of it and demonstration and such. So the Wednesday afternoon schedule, because as Ron kind of was reading through there's the last part of it there where Nate and Jason and Tony end up. We may be moving them around. They're going to be there. It's just a question of where they're going to be, because we've been working on that timing and such. Got a couple of questions here. CRM, do we recommend? Andrew put that out there. Andrew, this is a absolutely fabulous spot to be talking to different companies who do the CRM stuff. I believe there might be 5 or 6 that will be there, and you'll be able to go through and talk to them and ask questions of them. And, hey, here's my business. How would I handle this? How would I handle this? Can I do that? So my recommendation is, if you're looking for something, the couple of questions I would be prepared for is, first off, have an idea of what you're going to want a system to be. Do you want your system to be something where they can request information, generate contracts, and to be able to do automatic follow-up and such and really automate things? Know that as you go in there and share that with the companies. Some companies have a great system, but there's very little automation. Some have the ability to manage different systems. So if I have this photo booth, and if I have this photo booth and this photo booth, or DJ systems, what have you, they can track and manage and handle that, and they can handle staff. Some can't, some can. So you really need to know your situation going in and be able to convey that quickly to these people and say, okay, I've got 5 people on staff. We run 10 different photo booths, and we travel here, there, and everywhere. And I need something that can keep track of the gear, can keep track of the people, handle communication. It can automatically send emails back after people request and generate contracts and sign contracts digitally and all the. You need to know that in advance and be able to share that, because then they'll be able to say, yes, and this is how it works. Or they'll say, you know what, we don't really have the thing for you, but they do right over here. And you'll find that at the show. That's why the show is so valuable. So thank you for that question, Andrew. Let's see. Stacy, the full show is, of course, at South Point. Everything's going to be happening at South Point. The DJ track is going to be in the Brunswick room, and that's happening upstairs by the bowling area. The exhibit hall is in the South Point exhibit hall space, and then they have an educational wing. The Photo Booth Expo is going to be in their seminar space, which is a big room over there. Next year, the DJ and the photo booth track are going to be next door to each other. This one room's one, the right room's the other. But this year we had to be up in a different spot just because of logistics of the building. So everything's on site at South Point, going the same days and such. So you get your passes that fit, and off you go. You can print the show. Yeah, you can print the show schedule, like what Ron's got in front of him right there. That was out at DJNTV.com/show. And then there's kind of a green little bar that shows up that says the show info page, and you can click there to download it. It's a 4-page. It has front cover. It has page 2 is the schedule of the main seminars for the DJ side. Page 3 is the master classes. Page 4 is the frequently asked question page. So you can print off. There you go. Ron's got the pages right there. So you can print off the 4 pages or print off the 2 middle ones, and you'll have
just
that.
Read quickly as I run them by you.
They are right there. Yep. Oh, that
so
was.
We didn't. Wait a minute. We didn't talk about the Wednesday workshops.
Not yet. We'll get to those.
Okay. I'm sorry. I was getting ahead.
Yep.
I'm
and
sorry.
if you're looking for the agenda,
I was getting itchy twitchy, John. I'm sorry. I just want to make sure we covered them.
I could see it.
Hashtag itchy twitchy.
If you're looking for the photo booth schedule, you can go to photoboothexpo.com and you click on the agenda, and it pops up to agenda.photoboothexpo.com, and that's where everything is at for the photo booth track. So you have everything out in one of the 2 spots. And so let's get to those master classes that are out there on Wednesday for the DJ track.
What do I do with it? Oh, there it is. So on Wednesday, hey, guess what? I'm going to be doing a masterclass on Wednesday morning at 10 o'clock from 10 to noon, how to speak fluent WOW. It's time to stop competing on price. I'm going to teach you how to speak the language of the high-spending, loyal, raving customers you want to attract most to your business. You're going to love this workshop, whether you're in photo booths or whether you're in DJ world. It doesn't matter. This is universal knowledge. We We are all businesses trying to sell to customers. And if you're selling to customers, you're in the people business. So please come. I would love it if you go ahead and sign up for that. And again, if you come to my class, from 10 to noon, you'll get a recording of Jody Harris, and you'll get a recording of you'll get a recording. You can still see Jody and make it to my class. You'll get a recording of Drew Wash's class, and perhaps Tony, depending on what happens with his scheduling there. And then following my class at about 1 o'clock after lunch, Jason Jones. And this is a great day. Two great workshops. Jason's 1 to 4. He's going to be doing the sales conversation. And as I spoke earlier, the conversation that you have with your customers, especially in that sales conversation, is going to determine not only if they're going to hire you and if they trust you and if they like you and all that stuff. It's also going to determine if how much they're willing to probably pay you in the end. So if you want to make some more money, this is a great class to attend as well. Jason, I've known Jason for a long time. He's a great guy, and you can't miss Jason. He's the guy with the hat. He's always wearing a hat.
So let me bounce back. Jason's presentation, we'll touch base on it in just a second. Let's go back to your presentation, Ron. We started the show talking about that Head and Shoulders experience. To be able to brainstorm or come up with ideas like that, that's not something that's really the right brain world of ours, what have you, because of that creativity. Is that something that to be part of that workshop is to help a person really grasp or understand or connect with their creative side to be able to make moments like that?
Absolutely, I'm glad you asked, because, and I mean that in all honesty, because I kind of skimmed over that. One of the things that we're going to do is we're going to do some creative brainstorming. I'm a huge believer in what I brand as inspiration, imagination, creativity, and I believe that a blending of those things are what helps businesses make decisions that are going to move them forward. And also those things help in helping to improve upon your life. So we'll talk a little bit about what customer experience is. And then we're actually going to do some creative brainstorming where you're going to break into where people that attend are going to break into groups. And I'm going to give you specific assignments on things that you can talk about, areas of your business in which you can improve. But during this creative process, no one is allowed to say that won't work, or no, that's a bad idea, or we tried that once. Mm-hmm. It's just a matter of throwing out idea, and then sharing those ideas with the entire group when we're done. And by the time we get done with this brainstorming session, and by the time we come to the end of the workshop, my goal is to have it so you got ideas just coming out of your pockets as far as, oh man, I can't wait to get back to my business. I'm going to try this one. I might try that one. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be exciting. And you're going to go, why didn't I think of these ideas? Don't you hate that when that happens to you?
Yes.
That you go, why didn't I think of that? Mm-hmm. I mean, so I wish I had invented video mapping. I mean, that would have been a great idea for me. But this is a great way for you to come up with ideas that you never dreamed possible until somebody actually said, hey, here's an idea. Yeah. So yeah, it's a lot of creative brainstorming. It's going to be great.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to checking in and stopping in there, because I've sat through a few of your workshops at different times over the years, and it's been kind of a cool experience to see how the process of you creating this side of the creative, thinking outside the box, really doing this customer experience has evolved over the years. And
it's one of my favorite things. And I love speaking on customer experience. And I also love speaking to anybody in the wedding and event industries. And I mean that from the standpoint of, I love seeing people be successful. There's no reason why anyone in this business can't be successful. You just gotta dream. You gotta go for the dreams, take risks, make it happen.
And that's what it's all about, coming to be able to learn about the creative, or to get these things, get motivated and excited about it, and then to come back and take those risks and grow in your business and as a professional. Let's see, there's a question about DJ gear. Yes, there will be DJ gear in the exhibit hall. This year we have one big exhibit hall. It is just about full. I think I heard the other day we were down to about 5%, I want to say, of the room is remaining. There's not much space left, but you're going to have photo booth companies. You're going to have different companies that are connected with that, like the CRM companies that doing digital things, what have you. You're going to see big photo booths. You'll see small photo booths. You'll see selfie booths. You'll see everything there. But then you're also going to have some of the DJ businesses in there with some of the music services will be there. There will be some lighting companies there. There should be a couple of speakers, some speaker companies there. Any exhibit hall, we don't have the noise. We don't allow music to be played like it is at some of the other conventions that a lot of you have been to, where it's so loud you can't hear yourself think. That doesn't happen at Photo Booth Expo. So it'll be a nice, it'll be a crazy room. It will be loud, but that's because you've got 3,000 of your closest friends hanging out with you for the evening, Tuesday evening. So it will be crazy, but it won't be too bad. So yeah, I think I just saw that the Photo Booth Association, their meeting's actually Thursday morning at 8:00. So yeah, we'll be moving Tony in. And probably Tony in over the lunch or at the noon or 11, one of those two. And then we'll probably swap Jason and Nate. But we'll get that scheduled. So anyway, everyone who's there will be there. It's just a question of where we put them on Wednesday. Final thing.
So before we go, can I real quick? I gotta ask.
Yeah.
Why? Tell me about why is Bill Herman? Why is his picture here? What is Bill Herman going to be a part of this show?
Bill Herman certainly will be a part. Thank you for asking about that. We didn't even mention that. There's going to be a few different people who are doing things. Bill Herman will be doing the MC things at this year's show. He will be. He's been pretty much every show I have ever done. And this is, I think, probably the 10th or 12th show that I have put together over the years. We've been in Dallas, we've been in Minneapolis with most of our shows, and Bill has been my MC. So he will be doing the Master of Ceremonies for the whole event, for the DJ track, and be part of that. So Bill is going to be doing that. Right there he is. And then during the show, we're going to have two people spinning between kind of the bumper music between. One of them is MJ. Can you hold that up again, Ron? Hold that picture up again. MJ is right there below Bill Herman there in the corner. And the one who didn't make it that will be there is my son, Michael, who he and MJ have worked together in Atlantic City when Michael has performed for Denon out there. The two of them did. So they'll be kind of flip-flopping and doing those little 15-minute filler sets between speakers in the DJ track room. So pretty excited to have that going on. And
greatest collection of headshots ever.
Yeah, there is quite a
few.
I mean,
if these were trading cards, like baseball trading cards, I mean, I'd be all over this.
Yeah, we've got
them in my bicycle spokes.
Down the road, that'd be great.
Yeah, you'd have a lot of people aren't going to get that, but that's okay.
Let's see. We're still not done yet.
The social room. We got to talk about the social room.
We've got social room. We have the Wednesday night party, and we have Thursday, and those obviously. Let's Thursday's the quickest one. Thursday's wrap up day. The exhibit hall is open Thursday morning, and I believe it all wraps up at maybe 1:00 on Thursday, something to that ballpark. What Thursday is basically the time. I think it opens at 10 and it's done at 2. There we go. Thursday's the day, if you're still in town, this is your day to go and make the deals, because this is the cash and carry day for some of these companies. Many of them have the little placards and signs and props and things you can buy and take home with you. The last day is the time that if they would rather sell it than haul it back. So if you're in town Thursday, that is that day with the Expo. There is no educational content, just that. In the morning, it looks like the Photo Booth Association is doing their seminar or doing a annual meeting at 8 a.m. So you can be part of that if you would like to find out more information about the Photo Booth Association. Wednesday night, we have the party. We'll come back to the party. The part that Ron was mentioning was the DJNTV Chill Room. The DJNTV Chill Room is a room right off the Photo Booth Expo educational room. It's just across the hall. And this is a room that's going to be set up kind of more like a lounge. It's going to be a spot where the lighting is going to be turned down just a little bit and have some soft music going. And it's going to have round tables in the room so that you can go grab yourself a coffee and come in here and sit down and talk to other professionals about, whatever. This is a networking space. It's really what we're designing this for. The idea is that you learn a lot in the hallways, And sometimes if you're like me, you could stand there for a few minutes in the hallway, and then after a few minutes, you're like lower back is killing you or something. So having a spot where you can go and sit down and kind of kick back and talk a little bit and move around the space, whatever, that's what it's all about. So the DJNTV chill room is going to be open Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday all day during the educational content times. I think actually Monday it might be open earlier than that, but stop in, check that out. It doesn't matter if you're a photo booth pass, it doesn't matter if you're a DJ pass, or it doesn't even matter if you just have the exhibit pass. You can stop in and say hi in the DJNTV.
So if I'm hearing you right, this room will be itchy twitchy free.
There will be no itchy and twitchy, but it might be a little bit jiggy.
Ooh, I like getting jiggy with it.
Yeah, it could be getting jiggy with it. Okay, so let's wrap up with the Wednesday night party.
There's a reason why we don't get paid big dollars to do this on a regular basis. I'm just saying.
Howie, the kickoff.
Anybody's going, wow, these guys, wow. Ooh. Yeah, we're going to take our checks and go to the bank. We don't care what you say.
Yeah, exactly. That's how this works.
I've got my $10 Burger King gift card. I'm going Burger King.
It'd be crazy. Monday night kickoff party. Yes, there will be the Monday night kickoff party in the Brunswick room. We're not 100% sure what's going to happen with that yet, because we are in negotiation with a Vegas lounge act, a cover band from Vegas that has a residency. I believe that's going to be starting there. So we're talking to looking at a couple of different options. There will be something in the Brunswick room starting at 9:00 on Monday. We just don't know exactly what it's going to be, but we wanted to have it kind of in that 80s and 90s theme. So that's the only thing we know for sure. Wednesday, the final piece of this puzzle is the Photo Booth Expo, the DJNTV. This is the big Photo Booth Expo signature party Wednesday night. This is where we'll be in the showroom at the South Point, which is a very, very cool room with stage and seating and areas. Kind of, there's some lounge and couch areas around in this showroom. And we are going to have DJs up there performing. So it's going to be this time to come in. For the DJ side of it, they're going to come in and are going to watch some really high-end DJs spinning and doing their thing, so they can come in and see that and say, whoa, that's really cool. Learning tricks and some fun with that. For those who are in the photo booth world, you can come in, you're going to hear some very high-end DJs performing, but it's going to be a time to kind of hang out and lounge and talk and network and really just kind of have a casual night and a fun night. And if people to dance, there's spots for that, what have you. But it's just this really cool spot to come and hang out, because not often can you go to basically take over a showroom in Vegas, and that's what we'll be doing Wednesday night.
So let me just make sure. So should I come prepared to pay for my own drinks and my own food, or is that being? How's that work?
That one I can't answer for you. As of right now, yes, you'd come prepared for that. But they're working on if they can get some sponsors for that. And these some of these things happen at the 11th hour. That sponsors are like, hey, I want to be part of that. That happens, and that's just the way it is in this world.
I get it.
So yeah, if it does, you guys will certainly know about it. We'll make sure that everybody knows about it beforehand. But as of right now, just kind of figure you're gonna get your own drinks and a little bit of food, and then come in there and just have a good time. There won't be a cover charge or anything to that effect, but it's gonna be just a time to hang out. And we have, for those from the DJ world, we've got spinning. We've got Nate Nelson, Jordan Marshall, Nick Spinelli, Shaney Barnett, and Michael Joseph from the Disc Jockey News and DJNTV. And then Big Daddy's going to be the host of the event for the evening.
Oh, wow.
So it'll be kind of a fun time. It'll be a good time. The question will be is, how long will it take before Big Daddy sings some Journey?
Hey, whatever you do not ask him to sing Don't Stop Believing. Whatever you do not ask Big Daddy to sing Don't Stop Believing.
But then the two things is
don't do it.
The question becomes is, which one would he sing first? That, or will he sing Happy Birthday to someone? Because the last couple of times I think I've seen him speaking or involved with a convention.
I think he should charge for Happy Birthday, and then that way we could maybe give the money to somebody. But don't. He'll get all, if you ask him to sing Don't Stop Believing, he's going to get all itchy twitchy on you and
get crazy. Show dates.
Can't have that.
Show dates. We're coming up here February 24th through the 27th. A lot of us are arriving on February 23rd, the Sunday, going through until Thursday the 27th. Everything wraps up. Exhibit hall. 2 2:00 on Thursday. So if you can catch a late flight out on Thursday, you're back and ready for your weekend events if you have some coming up on that Friday. Education starts at noon Monday, and everything is wrapped up education-wise at the end of the day on Wednesday. So if you need to head out early, that's where, those are the year times and such to be aware of. Yeah. Puget Sound, definitely the creating something from nothing to a point, and that's really what Rob did from Photo Booth Expo. This is the 6th year of this, so that means there's only been 5 of these prior to, and you're getting thousands of people coming to Vegas on something that's only 5 years old or 6 years old. It's just kind of a thing.
Mind blowing.
Yeah, for surely. So yeah, they've done a fabulous job with that, and we're just really honored to be a part of that whole growth cycle with Photo Booth Expo, and to be able to bring some DJ educational content to Las Vegas and to the show at a time of the year where it's a little bit cheaper for DJs. Ron, did you see my post today? I just for giggles, I went and checked airfare from Minneapolis to Las Vegas. You can get round trip from Minneapolis to Vegas and back, Sun Country, for under $100.
Wow. Can you take bags with you? Do you have to wear all your clothes?
You'd have to wear your clothes, and you can take a personal item. But I don't know if this is a good thing or bad thing.
Layer up.
I have met DJs who have come down to the conventions, whether it's been Mobile Beat or even people who are coming to other shows like the hardware show. They're there for 3 days, and they have everything in their backpack that went under the seat in front of them. And it's like, okay. How do you get a change of shoes, a couple of changes of clothes, and toiletries, and anything else you need in one?
You buy everything is made of that parachute material, so it doesn't ever wrinkle, or that latex type material, so that just you put it on, it's like a bodysuit.
Yeah, maybe that could be it.
Like what Superman might wear. So
that would be cool.
I've got that on underneath mine.
And that's where you're headed to next after our show's over. So.
Yes, absolutely. Got to go to the phone booth.
Well, thank you guys for being with us and such with the show. If you've got any questions about what is coming up, please ask. Go to the Photo Booth Expo Facebook group. That's a great spot to ask questions about the upcoming show. Rob, myself, and a few others, we kind of monitor the different things that are going on. If you have questions about tickets, hotel rooms, anything involved with the show, please go to the Photo Booth Expo Facebook group and join us there, and then ask those questions. Because if you've got the question, there's probably 10 other people who have the questions that might not have gotten to that point to ask. So your asking will definitely help a lot of people. Round trip from Florida is under $400 with bag and such. So yeah, it's February is a
Southwest Airlines, I think, is still less than $300, depending on under $300 round trip, depending on when you want to travel. So
yeah, and Tuesdays are always a great day, by the way, to book your airfare. So
yeah,
go check it out. If you want to join us again, tickets are out there at. You can go for the photo booth. You can go to photoboothexpo.com and click on the tickets, or if you for the DJ side, go to DJNTV.com/tickets and use the correct promo codes. I'll actually put that into the chat codes for the photo booth. It's PBX show. Oops, I got to type it properly. And DJNTV show 2020. So PBX show 2020 for the photo booth pass discount, and DJNTV show 2020 for the DJ track show. And you can actually buy the DJ pass from the photo booth. I think we have it so that they can be bought from either portal, but go to the right one. Use the promo code to get yourself, as Howie said, there's a free shuttle from the airport to South Point and back.
Oh, wow.
So it's really...
Don't even have to Uber? That's great.
You don't have to Uber. The only time you'll have to Uber is if you're going to go to In-N-Out Burger or you want to go that direction.
You got to do In-N-Out Burger. That's
we have a
part of the reason I'm going to Vegas.
We got a steak and shake.
I don't care. You got to steak and shake. You got to you got to In-N-Out. I mean, let's take a poll after we're off the air here. Y'all just in the comment section below, steak and shake or In-N-Out Burger. I'm going with In-N-Out Burger, and don't forget hashtag Itchy Twitchy. And also, if you like my Ron Ruth business page, you can like my personal page as well. But if you like my Ron Ruth business page, there's an event there that'll explain this, like how to speak fluent while coming to Vegas, and it has more details than what I've told you here. So, and what's in the description. So you feel free to do that and go look at that event page. Yep, you can always unlike me if you don't like,
Just search for Ron Ruth on Facebook. Just type in Ron Ruth, and it'll pop up there as one of the pages, and you can click on pages, and you'll find it. And
there you go. There, that's the way.
Quick and easy to find. So, Ron, thank you much for being on with me today.
Oh, thank you,
and your help with things, and thank you guys once again for watching. We will be back talking more about the show later today and next week and such. But grab your tickets and get that airfare booked, and we'll see you in February. Thanks, everybody.
That's hashtag Itchy Twitchy.